say this. We always have the day here, and everything you say now will be in our own defense when we get here.
So I get you. You said you have never.
I don't think there's ever been a time.
So I'm going to puncture that.
Okay.
When first access the UBEC fund in year 2021, 2022, I remember a very particular statement that was made. How did you even know that we have relocated over 600 and close to 1,000 schools in Kwara? How did you know? It was because a certain statement said we were relocating 600 schools at a go. You remember yourself, right?
Exactly.
That's an example. On another time, when there is DD, whatever, they release a statement and they will tell you that they are bidding for so number of classrooms, so number of schools. So how come you say we don't release this thing?
The question is, I want to puncture one thing. Go ahead. Personally, I would never say that I did not see anything you're going to do on this birthday. Almost every school you get to, you see the hand in toilets, in classes, in offices. But what I'm saying, even in the secondary school I attended, I was there this morning, and I saw what the government did there. But the question is, I've seen that. Other people have seen a lot of things, but what do you think? The people in UK, you did something in Amity Secondary School, we did something in Asari Secondary School. Like, can we have the comprehensive list of all these rules and classes?
So BED is the regulatory agency for this fund we are talking about. How many times do you think SUBED officials have come to Kwara to laud us for the way we have handled the SUBED?
Is this information only for SUBED?
Let me finish it. So I'm telling you that if SUBED is giving you money, they say you are up to date with drawing the SUBED fund, and each time you come, you still get it, and then you come to Kwara for maybe the unveiling or whatever or bidding of this project, and they laud you that you are the best state in North Central now in basic education. That should tell you something, and that is very contrast to the government that they are fond of comparing us with. The government they are fond of comparing us with was actually bad. So where was the transparency? Is that not a loophole? So, like Akolu said, we engage serious organizations, we engage serious interested groups, we are open to collaborations and engagement with people that we believe are interested in the business of government. Once we see that we are more interested in following trends and creating content and skills, you will be ignored. Because this government is no place or filibuster.
Is the ignorance intentional
on the part of who?
Like, well, I'm not saying like, okay, like you saying that.
Okay, if you are ignoring, like the way we are ignoring them, is it intentional? I didn't mention anyone.
No, like I didn't mention anyone. So, at that point, I did not say they do ignore certain organizations.
The point I'm making is that, like every government, this business of government is a serious business. And when you have been elected and given a mandate such as ours, you owe the people the duty of facing it squarely. So instructions will come from everywhere or many angles. So these instructions these instructions is the most popular.
I would say that the most popular CSO in the whole of North Central is the distraction.
I don't know who give you a certain award, but what I'm saying is that the government of Kwara State is bigger than anyone at all. The government of Kwara State is bigger than anyone, any entity, any group, any organization, and as such, over 3 million people of Kwara have invested in us. They wake up every day expecting us to deliver evidence of democracy.
Those people are Kwara citizens.
So what I'm saying is that we have to face the people who want these things done for them and ignore certain people who are interested in filibustering. Do you get what I'm saying? Now, I want us to leave that there because I think that has taken a chunk of our time. Now, what I'm going to say again is that in due time, and that is in the earliest, the government of Kwara State will still come out with official stand
on this
issue of transparency and accountability. We are in the process of reviewing some certain legal steps and procedures which may lead to new policy, and that's what we are looking at. So at the moment, we just want to face the business. At the moment, we just want to face the business of government, but transparency can take a back seat. Well, like I said earlier, we are very transparent and accountable.
And that has been shown set organizations who are globally renowned and have been understood to be more decent and cautious in their method of engagement. So we want to take solace in that, much more than what some people we have realized are more interested in skit making say. Because like I said, the deep only call onto the deep, and that's what we are going to say.
So what I want to say is that when you talk about budgets, even at Transparency International, they always tell us that, most especially in this part of the world, not saying Nigeria alone, West Africa, Africa, North Africa, tell us that even if you come, sometimes even if you come first, transparency is still hard. But one way or the other, somebody has to come first. That I've always known, like in budget, they say one way or the other, one state just has to come first. If we're taking in people that reluctantly come out with their report to say that, well, we have fracked everybody, but we know that these things are not.
Sorry, I need some a break.
Okay.
Mo ní issue pẹ̀lú network.
Okay.
Wọ́n fẹ́
Okay.
wọ́n jẹ́ kí audio yẹn
Coconut.
kọ̀ọ̀kan.
Okay.
So, sorry.
today, the pavilion, the Sungabari pavilion issue. So I want to ask a straight question. All this noise, the big barrels, is it political or strictly governance?
To be honest, we don't really talk about the pavilion issue any further because the government has made known its stance. This is strictly about public good. We cannot expose our people to dangers and accident because of negligence. And if you look at the government and the issue particularly, you understand that if the government can take care of law with members of its party, that is to tell you that it is fairness. Because when they call a member of another political party to question it, people could easily see that a member of the party was also held to the same standard. I tell you, till today, no one has come up to say that the government is denying approval to the construction despite the document being provided. Till today, what everybody stands on is that yes, we have not provided the required document, but please let us, scan the particular area. I ask you as a journalist, have you read anywhere or have you seen anywhere that the documents that were required for approval by the government have been submitted?
No, I want you to.
Like I said, we don't want to drag this any further. The Quadris recently came up to make the stance of the government known. The government is willing to grant approval, provided all the document aspects are followed as required.
Let's start from it. I'm very sorry to ask you this, but please, I'm not being something we call back here. I just want to know, from knowing, and I think we are from the knowledge, and maybe we see things from different lenses. Maybe because we're sitting on different chairs. Personally, can you tell everybody the documents that are needed?
Thank you very much. You see, the contractor, let's say in this case, Federal Ministry of Agric understands pretty well how they operate. Or even if it's another ministry, they understand how they operate. After all, for instance, we just add the senator.
Okay, they say that it should be between Kwajis and the ministry or the contractor.
That's how it is. You let the government know you want to do so project, and then when you inform them, they ask for a fee. Perhaps it's a big project as this one, they ask you for a fee of the plans, the environmental impact assessment, the site analysis, the project, stuff like that. Technical and professional documents that are used to gauge the level of safety of the project to be built or to be constructed as the case may be. And then they provide them. And then the government issues with your approval, and then you go on with your project. Let me give you an instance. Are you aware that the drill that today that you all know about, do you know it was the government that provided the land? Kwara State government provided that land. Well, the senator who facilitated it and the ministry in charge did was informing the government, we want to do this project. Okay, we give you this space to do it.
You were saying that project did not have anything, the papers were okay, everything was in order.
You can confirm from the senator.
Okay, no, I'm just asking.
So I'm telling you that the government was carried along, the government was part of the process, and they did all they were supposed to do to make the project come to fruition. But in the case where you have certain individuals who know the laws and decide to bypass it, the law has to come in place. That is what is happening. And when the government feels this should not stand, because after all, private citizens, people like you and I, they want to build houses, town planning come around, they tell you can't build here, even after building, people are you said you have and then they take action on you. Are you saying because it is whoever they should not do the action, they should not follow the law? Are you saying the law is only meant for you? It's not meant for another person? So that's, and then I hear people talk about I'm from Ibrahim. I know. What people are unwittingly saying is that Ibrahim people don't know the law or they don't respect the law. We are not like that. We know the law and we respect the law. Ibrahim Emirate as a society does not support illegality. Ibrahim Emirate, comparison of good people, does not put the interest of ordinary people, ordinary individuals over the collective good of the whole community. If the government grants the approval for construction of a pavilion without environmental impact assessment, without the site analysis, without documents indicating the setback, without the real things that will show you what and which and how, if in the next 5 years or any time at all, if there is a calamity, God forbid, in this area, we don't call on you and Abdqadir.
We call on the government.
That is there, and then they will file back to the government. And then we have been here before. Recently, an incident happened at this. I'm not sure, I don't know if you are
Yes.
someone died. And then you go to Lagos and see many instances. Do we want Lagos experience here? Is that what we want? Maybe you should ask yourself, do we want Lagos experience here? You can't quantify the impact of these things on the lives of the people until the calamity happens. The government will say the project that is being facilitated is not good or it's not in the interest of our people and community. We are all happy with it. The government, who is the chief choir leader himself, would always be happy to see development coming to Emirate or any part of Kwara State at all. But at the end of the day, we should not be taking action that will jeopardize our future just because we want to make anybody happy. Because at the end of the day, if one we should be avoiding now happens. The patience, the right thing we do not want to do now will eventually have to be done. But at what cost?
Yes. It's almost of life some people.
And then look at it. What are people doing now is that whatever project at all that is being facilitated by any member of reps or senator, we need to understand one thing. They will go home with it. It is not their own. It is our property as citizens of the Republic of Nigeria, as citizens of the state of Kwara. So I think people have kind of personalized this project to be the project of an individual. Oh, it's a project of Federal Republic of Nigeria. Not your house. It's not your house. The construction of pavilion is not anybody's house. It's a government property. Government has a say on what should be done and how it should be done. When you make the mistake of thinking, oh, it's somebody's house that they are not allowing them to build it, it's ignorance. It's ignorance. To be honest, it's ignorance. Because every land at all belongs to the government. And a project of this nature is a project of the people of Kwara Central. And then we must ensure that it is done the proper way. Because something that is being demanded now is like the foundation. If we are not able to make the foundation right, eventually the house will fall.
Yes, exactly.
So what are we in a rush for? What are we trying to afford? Like I said, it's not a personal battle, it's not a political warfare. I'll correct myself. If anybody comes out to say, today we have made all the requirements demanded by the government and they still do not grant us the approval, then we say, oh, okay, what else do you want?
Okay.
But call any party, call anyone. Since the parties released the statement, have you seen any official response? Haven't they actually been? So that is to tell you, we all know what we are doing.
I want to ask one straight question. Then from there, you start going. Your principal, the governor of Kwara State, and Senator Sani Mustafa, these students, are they in good terms?
They are members of the same political party.
Are they in good terms?
They are members of the same political party. They are stakeholders of our party. They are leaders of our political party. I don't understand. I don't see them fighting. Did they ever exchange in break that? Is there an official statement from both the governor or the senator himself saying they are fighting? As far as me, I'm concerned. As far as the official stand of the government is concerned, they are members of our political party.
Now, Abdulateef, being a member of the same party doesn't make you fight. Being born from the same belly, even if you do, it doesn't make you fight. Are they in good terms?
I tell you, as far as I know, they are members of the same political party. They are members of the same political party. So I want to believe they are both serving the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Are they in good terms?
You should ask them.
No, you speak for Governor.
The governor has not told me that any standard that he has any body language and everything. Like I said, the governor has never told me at any time that so.
But I've heard people that work with Governor, Senator. I think after this program, we'll try to find a way to get people from the other side, on this topic, and then they'll say their own. But this were the first projects that they facilitated. One way or the other, maybe some will have to be relocated and all this. They've always encountered this issue. Why? They've said that it is only government. Senator Sani Mustafa. You see, like I want to say that does Senator Sani Mustafa have a knack for facilitating problematic projects, or the contractors? The contractor gives them the problematic ones, or Why is it everyone always going through this rigmarole?
I don't want to allege incompetence, but I know anyone who has a knack for
I never said I'm asking that it's a sin that maybe on his project in the face of grudges, his project may always be having issues. Is it that, like, when you have a child, a little child in school, and then he was always the one who always experienced this you see, sure, when you can, like, I want to go to the, like, is it that
the child? You should check the child.
okay,
If you are in a classroom or in an organization, and then 9 out of 10 times they are alleging you of flouting protocols or bypassing state laws, undermining state laws, right? You should check yourself.
is a member of the party.
I'm just saying.
Now, that's my next question is coming from that. What is a member of your party? What
Every elected office holder today in Kwara are members of our party. Every single elected. And I'm saying that what the government has shown with the handling of the pavilion matter is fairness and accountability. Because if you are able to hold members of your party to the law, what it shows is that you will hold member of another political party to the same standard.
I want to throw one thing. Okay. The words on the streets, when you run it today, is that your principal and some sorry Mustafa very good times.
We must fly very fast, and then in our political space, rumors is part of the ingredient.
Okay, let's say that. Let's say I want to make an analogy. When let's say we have a father that gave birth out of wedlock. Okay. Naturally, it's something we don't really agree with. We don't like it. Okay. And then the father developed hatred for that child out of saying that I give birth to you out of wedlock. And then the child, among the other, whenever he makes a mistake, the child makes a mistake and you correct them. But the child always get a notch every time, a knock rather, every time. When we blame the child or blame the relationship they start, because I want to if you're noting on this, I'm saying that there is no single lawmaker that have flouted any rule in the process of facilitating
Let's get something clear. Anybody who is trying to tell the government to stand the face, to stand the law, to stand the law in the face should be worried for themselves.
Okay.
Anybody at all who is openly telling the government to stand the law in the face should be worried for themselves. I wonder why we are talking about matter of illegality and all we see is politics. I wonder why we are talking about safety of human lives and what we see is comedy. For us in Kwara State Government, I tell you that this is not the first time a senator or a member of House of Reps will facilitate a project. Till today, I don't think we are saying a project facilitated by a senator much bigger than Abdqadir or NHIS and they still to the one on without drama.
When coming through the old window.
So what we are talking about here is that if we are going to the wrong side, we are willing to track back because we are elected by the people. But the people of Kwara State are thankful to this government for not allowing blackmail and sentiment to rule them to doing the wrong thing. Because as I speak with you today, it will always be wrong that somebody, a citizen of the state, a member of the same political party, knows the law and decides to break the law for whatever purposes. Look, I'll put it on record again. The construction of pavilion is a good thing. It's a project for the people of Ibrahim and the Kwara State in general. everyone should be happy about this. But at the same time, two truths can coexist.
Okay.
A lover of the state, a patriotic citizen, should also be condemning the attempt to stampede the law into favoring an individual. Because it is not good.
We have an emir. There was a judge, and then he's a legal man because before he became a judge, and there is word on the street that the emir has written with his own letterhead to somebody's inquiry. Has he gotten any response?
Look, I told you earlier that Kwaji has made a public statement about this matter. It is captured in the statement Kwaji said.
Okay,
You can see it. I understand of the government. Okay, but when you had a day that it's erroneous for anyone to think anyone owns the state, or that a certain piece of land which is public property belongs to the custodian. Because that's not what the law says.
okay.
That's not what the law says. That's not. So
You're saying that the fact that I bought a land from someone, I'm a custodian, not the owner of the land.
What I'm saying is that a land that is marked as a public property, that is known as a public property, such as the palaces, stadium, schools, it does not belong to the principal or the coach or the manager of that particular stadium.
And you mentioned
it belongs to the government. It belongs to the government.
And are you saying that the palaces in Nigeria belong to the government?
When there is a change of the emir leaves, or the government leaves, the government house stays, the palace remains. You don't go away with it. You don't go away with it. It belongs to the people.
You say that the land that the pavilion will be built on
it belongs to the state government.
Can have the right to ask all the necessary questions about the safety of the people that use its own land.
Every time. The government.
But as the custodian, once the custodian said, okay, own government, I've done my own things and thinking these things are in place.
I'm telling you that this project is not building. It's not like building a house. It's not your house. Mr. Kennedy is not building a house. Mr. Abdqadir is not building a house. Federal Republic of Nigeria is bringing a project to Kwara. Protocols and laws says they run it by the state government and achieve concurrence, and then the project stands. This is not a Kwara matter alone. It's not like that's all you do in Kwara. It's a Kwara thing. It's done everywhere in the Republic of Nigeria.
I want to ask one question to leave this topic. I think I don't like controversies, honestly. Some used to the only person that doesn't go through, or let's say, is this pavilion the only project? Because I've never asked one question. I mean, any project that was facilitated by federal lawmaker that generates this much noise.
You should ask them, why are they the only one? Why do they always have issues with the law? As a lawmaker, you should know the law. And we do not have this precedence. If it never happened and it still not happen with other kind of people, why are you the only one? Why always you? Because look, I'll keep referencing Senator Lowebe. The project, construction projects he did are still unmatched, right? He didn't have this kind of fallout with the government, not because they are members of the same political party, but because he was not flouting protocols and subverting the laws. No, he was not flouting protocols. You can ask them, how did they engage the government? How did they go about managing the government to key into the vision? Because normally, everywhere in the world, I think also ask yourself, even members of different political parties in other states, When they do not have issues with their state government, they leave emotions aside. They face the business of government. Oh, I want to do this. Imagine if they had done what was necessary and they got the approval, would the government go there to stop the construction? You just ask yourself that question. Have they come out to say we got the approval or we were in the process of getting the approval? No. They admitted that they did not do the right thing, and you are supporting them. You are not doing the right thing.
No, I'm not supporting them.
No, I'm not telling you. Somebody comes out to tell you, yes, I didn't do the right thing. I know I didn't do the right thing.
But I'm not supporting them.
And then you say, okay, maybe you did not do the right thing. If you allow him to go now, in what book, in what word, does that work like that?
Okay, so I want to ask one funny question, please.
Okay.
Out of Bolivia.
Okay.
I was at Unity today, and I saw that all our projects have Cranbourne logo on them.
Okay.
Please, sir, is Cranbourne paying for our projects? Why do they have their logos? Why not our state logo?
They are not putting their logo on them like. And this is not peculiar to Kwara. I want to believe you are going to Oyo. You are going to Lagos.
I've not been to those states recent times.
Oh, okay. Try to go out now and try to also make findings from the people. They will tell you major contractors at Cranbourne who handle big projects. When they do them, they always leave a mark.
Okay.
I
just want to say that they are the realm of the. I'm not. Please just public information. Let me public information. Okay. If Cranbourne is leaving its logo on the project's Kwara State government pay for, why should please next time I just want to admonish you. When you ask them, please put Kwara State logo too. So it will not be as if when we have that advantage and come another next.
To be honest, it's a non-issue.
No, I'm not saying it's a big issue. Just that's why I told you I want to ask you for the question. Okay. So please, maybe next time when we are doing their logo, they should tell us to help us put Kwara State logo.
Consider that as a joke, so I let it pass. It's a non-issue. It happens everywhere. It's nothing at all. And that is them telling the world that we are not going to do this project, and then that is them letting you know that you can mention our name if it goes bad.
Okay.
They are putting their money where the mouth is.
Okay.
And that is to tell you that such kind of contractors who are good enough to make known of their name have a name to protect. Okay. Because at the end of the day, if something goes bad, you easily see them and say, they messed up so project. Okay. And then you call them.
Okay, please, sir. I want to ask one question, then please, you manage your time. Alright, you manage your time here because you already have time. Please, what is the level of completion of our quarantine?
It's past 50%. Because recently the government went there and then to observe, to inspect the level of work done, and then you saw the photos that were released from there. So I want to believe the project is going according to plan.
How much is being spent on that project?
So we made an announcement on May
17 points.
We told you.
Like there are whispers that maybe this thing as well.
If we do not come out to say something and it's not featured.
I'm saying that there are whispers. You speak from the government. Can you just help us clear the whispers?
Well, we don't respond to whispers. Official government statement or official government.
Are you saying that the government is still sticking to 17.8 billion?
That's what we stick to today. Unless you see something else in the budget.
Today, but I want to talk about today. As the government changed its mind that we are moving from 17.8 billion to 17.9 billion.
I'm telling you, only what's in the budget is obtainable. If we do not publish it as a statement or we do not put it in the government budget for year 2025, ignore it.
Thank you very much. I think that's a very good place to leave it. Thank you very much, Abdulrahman. That was Malam Abdulateef Ibrahim, the SSA communication to the Kwara State government. Malam Abdulrahman has been bringing up all the speed about the strength of the state governments. I think almost 6 years now. Yeah. almost.
You not allow me to talk about our strikes here. Like, but it's okay. I'm happy I could use the platform to say one or two things, and I comment.
I'm very sorry about that. Okay,
I commented just to get the line.
There are issues, and then
I don't get drawn to talking about personalities. I don't.
no, there are issues, and I think these issues will need clarification. Now, I hope that if we invite you to come and talk about the strike without any controversies being discussed, I hope you give us, you grant us that honor. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. We really do appreciate that. Was a very lengthy one, very educating and entertaining one. Thank you very much. I think once again, Abdulqadir is do have a lovely week. See you next week. Thank you.